here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out New Cat Body by Jeremy Campbell.
Good afternoon. It is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. and Von Doom. He's
What's
in the
up?
house. We got Joel Davis already in the chat. Hello, Joel. But yeah, I guess there's been a couple dust ups already. Turbo Jetum says FTP 100%.
I just want to point out, man, I did say there was going to be a bunch of dust ups, didn't I?
Yeah, I know, and I knew there would be. But you know what? The coaches will reel it in and tell them, hey, tomorrow we're not going to be having this crap because that's what happened the last time. FTP again. He likes putting that FTP in there. I love it.
Who doesn't?
Moonscar Blade. Good afternoon. Lunchtime with JB. Yes, and my co-host Von Doom, who's a Giants fan, is here. 3 fights so far.
So
far. And we're just at the lunch break coming up. But it is good to see you all here. I'm glad to have the little stuff to talk about. But I am going to go over the Lions depth chart. And somebody said there's no surprises here. And I'm looking at it, I'm going, the fuck they're not. They got Dries Fontaine and Tom Kennedy making it over Khalif Raymond and Donovan People-Jones. I don't think Isaiah Williams or Caden Davis makes the team at this point. I think Khalif Raymond is actually going to be the 3 or 4.
Oh, wait, Tom Kennedy?
Yeah.
The
camp cockroach.
Hey, you leave that guy alone. He's a national treasure.
He is. He survives everything. Lightbucker and Coyote Asika. Oh, here we go. We got a comment here. Sitting here in Chicago where the water sucks, the coffee sucks, the food sucks, and the sport team sucks on 4 hour of a 6-hour layover to Virginia Beach. Ugh. I would hate to be stuck in Chicago.
Haha.
He laughs at me. Dick.
Hey, it happens, man.
But on the O line, it's the normal guys up front like we expect, and Sam Laporta starting. Right now, they actually looks like they got Khalif Raymond at the 3, but I don't know how. And Antoine Green is at the 5, Darius Fountains at the 4, but Tom Kennedy being at the 6 when I haven't heard a single peep out of him playing is crazy. But
He's just that guy.
the backups are Michael Neese and Kingsley Egaquan at center. The Cutlass is back here with Brian Hudson for sure. But we got Becker and Asika at the guards, Skipper and Sorsdahl at the tackles. Manu and Connor Galvin are the backups to them for the third string because you got to have a third string during practices because they don't cut down to the last week. They moved Nate Sutfeld to the 2s, and he's been sucking. So I expect that to continue. The running backs, nothing's changed. It's Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Craig Reynolds, Sion Vaki, Zonovan Knight, Jameer Jefferson, then Jake Funk. I don't think Jake Funk makes the roster.
Jake Funk. With a name like Jake Funk, how could you not want him on your roster?
He sucks.
But he's funky.
Jake Bates is the only kicker. Jack Fox is the only punter. Long snapper is Scott Daly. Hogan Hatton has been having a horrible camp. I heard he's out. Punt returners are Khalif and Donovan Peoples-Jones, which I said that may happen because that's what he was good at Cleveland. Craig Reynolds and Khalil Dorsey are listed as the kick returners for now. We do have a couple of questions in the chat. Let me get this off the screen.
Khalil Dorsey.
I do like it. It looks like you're making fun of Broski Bear, putting an extra talon on that claw. Trey says, "Hey, Jeremy," and yes, Rock On Podcast will be back tomorrow. That's Will Rock's podcast. So far, a big dust up happened when St. Brown shook off Pinnock. Carry on Arnold's been talking shit, and I love it.
Do you love him getting driven into the ground by Andrew Thomas, though?
Shit happens.
Don't talk shit to people that much bigger than you. That man could eat you in 2 bites.
Matt Henry's in here saying good morning, JB. But I love the joint practices because the first day it's chippy. That's all it is all day long. We heard there was 3 fights last time before lunch. There's 3 fights this time. Yep. The first one started when well, as much as I hate to say it, Levi Onwuzurike stuffs a ball right back in Daniel Jones's face, and Greg Van Roten gets a little chippy over
Rightfully
it.
so.
And
You
on the
want
next play,
you guys to do that.
painted fingernails, 3 Honolulu blue, 1 pink, 1 red. One says Broski Hearts Detroit in the palm, forever on the claws. Oh, that's great. Send it via email. I'll take it.
It's terrible.
And Matt Henry, you're right. I'm just ready for football. Well, this AI is taken over for autocorrect, and it's trying to make everything you say politically correct anymore. Every time I type fucking, it comes out ducking. Every time I type shit, it goes to shot.
Oh, I just thought that was you not knowing how to spell anymore. You're just losing a little step there in the old age.
No, sir. Oh, but yes, I'm ready for football.
I'm ready for a nap. Forget football. I'm
Dude,
old.
that too.
Nap.
Ain't it amazing what 89 does to you?
It's terrible. What do you mean amazing? Terrible.
The O lines for both teams I heard are doing well, but they're getting chippy. From what I understand. Von Doom's watching it because one of his buddies has got a link on Twitter where he's filming it from the stands, right?
Yes, sir.
Football! Yes, Joel. Ain't it great? There's football back. This Thursday, the Lions preseason game starts at 7 o'clock with the Giants coming in. The second and third stringers will probably be just as chippy as the first stringers one that was today. Because didn't we see a fight at the beginning of the game last time?
I believe we did.
I believe we did. That was 2 years ago, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was on Hard Knocks.
And I'm cool with that. I like seeing guys fight. As long as nobody gets like seriously injured, we're good.
Von Doom is in Pennsylvania, and he's a Giants fan. I heard from a Giants fan on X that Brian Burns has cooked our O-line all day.
Uh-huh.
Must be lining up at left tackle. Right defensive
All over the
end.
place.
All over the place. He is what he is. Brian Burns is a great guy. He cooked our O-line when we played against the Jags last time.
Imagine what he would have been his whole career if he had a guy like Dexter Lawrence in the middle to occupy three guys.
Or have been here with Aleem and Hutchinson on the opposite side.
I get what you're saying, man, but at the same time, Aleem and Hutchinson aren't a space eater to the extent of like 500-pound Dexter Lawrence. Garrett Rudolph type fight. What? Why? You don't want to see somebody get hurt like that. But I also low key wouldn't mind seeing like Thibodeau pulling Aaron Donald and Miles Garrett, Mason Rudolph on Jared Goff.
Whatever.
I hate Jared Goff, man. You know
I
that.
know you do. I don't care.
You hate Jared Goff deep down inside too. Don't lie.
Not really. Not like you do. I hate when any quarterback makes mistakes. You know this. And when it's his mistake, I own up to it and actually admit to it, unlike other podcasts.
I'll be dead honest, man. The only quarterback I don't think I've ever hated it is Eli Manning, because I just knew what I was getting. Even when he was doing the dumb shit and throwing the bad passes, I knew what was happening.
Giants sensitive, Lions dominating. Arnold and Ziegler being evaluated for injuries today.
Ooh.
Z is his shoulder, and Arnold is a concussion, probably from when he got smacked to the ground.
Yep. I'll find you that video after, man. But like, it was not nice looking. You heard the collision. You were just like, God damn. Go.
Oh, yeah, you just went on background. Got it.
Sorry. Screw you, Orlando. You didn't even say happy birthday yesterday. We ain't friends. I done blocked you from my OnlyFans.
Oh, Orlando, you'll be sad.
I hope so. Good morning, Yuli Cruz. Are you watching it on X now, trying to find all the stuff?
No.
You know, man, the creators of NCAA 25, they got jokes. Some of the names they put on these recruits in there are just funny as hell.
VD titties perked up when hating on golf. Hate is petty. You're right, Joseph Austin. But if he does something wrong, I call it out. I've never sugarcoated anything. Happy birthday, bud! And how old? He's 89 work years.
89 work year, yep. I turned 39 yesterday. Where's their buddy Ricky Sinat?
Ricky Scott, don't know. It is Von Dooms. Von Doom's birthday was yesterday.
Either.
He celebrated it talking NFC East and NFC North football last night and had some cake.
Yep.
Did you have one piece or two?
I had like 4, dude. I'm fat.
Caroline says 39, but perked up titties say 19. They're awfully saggy lately, and he's at the gym.
I
I'm
do.
39 for a whole year once, so Joseph Austin said. I think we all were, those of us that are older than 39. Joey Oil says, happy birthday, but you're young. Wait till you're 40. He already feels 89, so it's all right.
Oh yeah, my body's trashed. When they tell you as a kid, don't do stuff because you're gonna regret it when you're older, listen.
But, you know, them listing it like they did, it was a little off on that. But there's no real, I've never been as old as I am right now. Trey says I was 39 back in 1912. Oof. Yeah, we are talking about it, about the fights that happened. Terry Iron Arnold's in concussion protocol, and Zietler's being examined for his shoulder.
If I was Zietler, I wouldn't have went anywhere near that stadium again in my entire life after all the injuries he had for us when he was there. Ankles, shoulders, hips. I'd been like, nope, you practice without me.
Being said, I'm trying to get to where I see anything. Yeah, they're showing the fight right now here. Oh, it was a benches clear when Pinnock and St. Brown got into it.
Uh-huh. And you look, Pinnock smacked that ball out of his hand like an asshole. I'll give him that. St. Brown put his hands on him, though. And that's where that shit just
Because
started.
he did it.
Yep.
Hey, and I applaud somebody defending themselves. Sorry.
I'm not saying you shouldn't defend yourselves. But against the little guys, sure, cool. Once those big guys get in, step the fuck back. We don't want star players hurt. Fruity Fred in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Things are getting chippy, y'all. Looking for another one because I heard there was one between Greg Van Roten and Levi and Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones instigated it.
Okay, see, that I like. I want him to talk shit, and I want our offensive lineman to support him. Because that man ain't had no support from his offensive line his whole career yet.
I agree, Fred Peterson. I guess I have some Googling to do to find all this Giants Lions stuff. MCDC. Yeah, MCDC and Brian Dable tonight in the locker rooms are going to say, hey, that shit has to stop. That's what they did last time, 2 years ago. Remember
I don't
that?
want him to,
All
though, man.
sorts
At
of
least
fights.
it gives us something to talk about. I'm going to get on X and I'm going to start sending DMs to people and getting their inbox, calling them pussies for not fighting. Why don't you defend him?
Seeing if I can see any more of the fights right now. I'm scrolling through Twitter.
You know, that's what I did yesterday afternoon, right?
One was not a bench clear. There's been 2 bench clears, 3 fights total.
Yeah, the first one was just kind of blown off.
That was the Daniel Jones, Greg Van Roten, Levi
Yeah.
thing. That got blown off. Yeah, we don't need any more injuries, and hopefully they're all minor. We don't know until they come out of the tent.
I hope he doesn't have a concussion, though.
Yeah, because that would suck. because that's a
Yeah.
mandatory 1 week out. I want to see him play.
Yeah, exactly. Mandatory 1 week out, but who knows how he takes it? You know what I mean?
Oh, he'll take that fine.
You ever have a concussion?
Oh, a Detroit fan man said something here. I want to go back to it. Trying to find your statement there,
What did he say?
fan man. Well, he said Sewell came. He was talking about the altercation, and then oh yeah, then Sewell came in and cleared the whole pile. Yeah, that's great. Laporta
Yeah,
is.
let those big guys get in there and deal with that shit. Little guys
Laporta's
stay the
day,
hell out of that.
it might be Laporta's day off again. Who knows? Right, leave the injuries for the Rams. That's their identity this year. That's what Moonscar Blade says. It is their identity. First, it was Jonah, and then their left, which they brought in to be their left guard. Then it was their left tackle, and then I heard Puka. So the more that piles up, the better it looks in week 1. As much as I hate to say it.
You gotta be careful saying stuff like that. People out there are gonna think you're saying you need the Rams to be injured to play them.
No, sir. That's not what I said.
I know. I'm just saying you gotta clarify because
I said
that's what they're taking
easier.
as.
Making it easier. We already beat them in the playoffs, which is actually harder to do than the regular season.
For some teams. Some teams just suck in the playoffs.
Rams went to
Cowboys.
the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Yeah, but the Cowboys, they've been playoff frauds as long as the Vikings have been now.
That was where I was going with that too. How about the Bills?
Good to see you, Brent. Glad you said hi to everybody, even Von Doom.
It's nice to be acknowledged once in a while.
It is great the having you here, man. BD, come on, man. the D the D isn't stopping us in LA. No Donald gonna hurt. What's up, Brent? How you going? How you doing, bud? Haven't had the chance to tell you. I got my first Lake Michigan salmon a few weekends ago. Yeah, and you said it was pretty tasty. I got
Now
a
go
real
get some Alaskan salmon.
wild caught Alaskan salmon, but it's always shipped frozen, not fresh here in Michigan.
I live in Pennsylvania, and like the only fish that I actually like is flounder for some reason, right? You could not get fresh flounder in this state. It's impossible.
Oh, Moonscar says I'm wearing It's a Lock North Division Championship t-shirt and my Herman Moore signed hat here at Midway. Security keeps eyeballing me. I think they're scared. Probably. You are in Chicago. Good for you, Fred. That sounds awesome. Playoff chokers, playoff choke. Cowboys, choke. Bills, choke. Vikings, choke. Fail cants, choke.
Facts. Also, why the hell are you wearing a signed hat, man? Put that on the wall, make it look nice, and just look at it and admire it. You're gonna wear that thing one day, you're gonna get wind blow, it's gonna take it away, and you're gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear a signed hat myself. I almost wore my Billy Sims for a show the other day, and I said nope. Yeah, I hear that. Anytime you got to replace the things to make your house more livable, a furnace and air conditioner, there's 10 grand gone minimum right there without the labor.
Yeah.
Approximately.
I had to think for a minute because I priced out a new furnace freaking a few months back because I hate mine. I want to get away from the freaking oil.
You can get fresh flounder here in Grand Rapids, but super expensive. Leo Seafood has them, but they're fine dining. Oh yeah, of course.
It's so good though. It was just so much easier when I lived in Jersey. I could just walk over to the water, throw my line in with a piece of bacon, and catch them.
Well,
And
it
yes, I said bacon.
looks like there might be some stuff coming down to Michigan on that whole sign stealing thing, even though it was already proven that Connor Stallions did it on his own.
Yes, Sharon Moore is going to take the fall on that watch.
Yep. It says Sharon Moore could face a show cause penalty suspension due to potential level 2 violation stemming from the sign stealing saga. Is VD choking? Someone asked.
No, not joking. I'm good. Whooping up on Michigan in NCAA. That I'm doing though.
Because you're playing as Miami.
You're damn right.
No different than if I got on there, I'd be Michigan. And actually create them a running back that can win. Oh, did I say that?
Donovan Edwards is good. What are you talking about?
He's fast. He's not great.
That's all you need in this game. Being fast and a little bit agile.
Level 2 is not a postseason ban. Level 2 is what would that penalty be for Michigan? Let's go to Leo's for our next dinner in Grand Rapids. Sure. I am 100% correct on that price, JB. 9,700. I have a great furnace guy.
Just do it yourself, man. Save yourself some.
I do know a little bit. I don't know why.
Do you guys have natural gas out there, or is it like oil and propane like it is in most of my state?
We got natural gas most places. Some places are hey, 12 in the chat and 6 likes, 50%. Let's go, people. Click the share also. Yes, sir. Let's go. Look at that. Our fans promote us. I love it. That's the way it's supposed to be done. Way to go, Moonscar. I have to give VD a hard time because he gave me a hard time last night. Yeah, we're sitting at 486, which means we've gone up 1 during the show. That's great. Let's go.
The whole thing about last night was we had so many Lions jock riders in there and a love fest. I had to be the bad guy just because it was getting too mushy in there.
Aw. Best rookie running back for fantasy. Hearing Bucky Irving and Corum impressing. I'm going to say probably Bucky Irving because I think Corum is the 1B. It's still Kyrie Williams. Detroit fan man, sounds like they want U of M coaches spending a week or two at nearby hotel each year. I'm not smart enough, VD, LOL, natural gas or propane delivered. Propane gets delivered. Natural gas usually comes through consumers or DTE.
Exactly.
So if you have somebody bringing a fuel tank out there and filling you up, it's usually not propane unless you request it.
Yeah, it's either well, we have propane for some of the heat out here too. Like my stove is propane, but my heat is oil
Right.
because I live in the mountains in the middle of nowhere, and they didn't pipe in freaking natural gas.
Only thing I didn't like about the fuel oil stuff is it was just a different smell to the forced air heat.
Dude, it is, and it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's way expensive. It
I have two
lasts longer.
500. I have two 500-gallon tanks in my basement, right?
Well,
To fill it
Kyrie,
up cost me like $4,000.
Kyrie probably won't long with that O-line getting beat up. I started watching your show yesterday. Then that dink John Doring, I gave him about 3 minutes. I said, I'm done.
You don't like John Dorn?
You're just a bad man, VD, LOL. Winter rapes us all. It does. And let's not forget, they just did a 20% hike for the summer stuff to make them make more money in summer because people use the gas less. It's not fair. They did a 20% increase on the electricity to make up the difference for what they're not making on natural gas.
Shit that should be almost free, we pay an arm and a leg for.
It costs them 39 cents per kilowatt hour to provide energy to your home.
Yep.
Yet we pay whatever we pay, and it's ungodly.
Did Orlando just say winter rapes us all? Doesn't
Yep.
he live in Florida? We don't have winter, dude. Shush.
He lives in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Why do I keep thinking he lives in Florida?
I don't know, because he went to Florida one week and he sent pictures to your OnlyFans.
That might be it.
Okay. I live way out in the country, miles from any city, but I love it that way, but it's expensive. Yeah, going old school, give me a wood burning stove again. Yeah, even that's even more expensive. Remember the little pile of campfire wood you used to be able to buy on the side of the road for $2 to $5? Now it's $10 to $20 per bundle.
Well, shit, come to my house. I got about, I don't know, 6 tons of it in the backyard all chopped up. Just take it.
6 cord?
No, 6 tons.
Yeah. LOL, Fred. He's a dink. Love it, bro. My name is a Florida city.
You know, that might be it. Do I want to go to the furnace, though? It's a wood-burning furnace, but I have forced hot water for the baseboards. I looked into it, and they have a system. It's quite expensive for the initial system, but after that, the cost of it's only like $200 a year, they said.
Still $5 a bundle up here in TC. Is that Tawa City or Traverse City? I'm not a fan of Giant Guy. Is such a homer for the Packers. He will not admit the Lions are even competitive in just a dink. You're not wrong, but you know what? It is John Dorn, and that is what he is. I remember what he said to Russell and Mike about saying, well, if the Lions beat us in Lambeau, I'll stop saying same old Lions. And he waited and disappeared. Wouldn't even post shit until after the Thanksgiving game. See, I told you, same old Lions. Oh, Traverse City.
Hey, Fred. Now, you don't like John because he does that. Are you a fan of David Pike? I just need to know if there's a double standard going on here. 100% Fred. Them and Bears fan. Man, you guys don't even know what bad fans are yet. Cowboys and Eagles are way worse.
Oh, come on. We all know how delusional Vikings fans are.
We all know how delusional Vikings fans are. Gotcha.
Yeah, I got a snicker out of you on that one.
You did.
Vikings and Bills are the worst Super Bowl chokers in NFL history. Fran Tarkenton's just lucky he didn't start his first year out. I don't know who that is. So yeah, you're good then, Fred. There's no double standard. Pike is Pike is to Jared Goff what Bear fans are to Caleb Williams right now. Am I wrong, Von Doom? No, he laughed because I nailed it.
Dude, you're spot on right there. But you remember what I said last night
What's that?
about go let Jared Goff bang your wife again?
Yeah, that was great. Cowboys fans definitely suck and think their team is always great. Yeah, we've been Lions fans. That's what we get from John Dorn or Dork. Yeah, it was a little bit of a love fest. I was on there. I'm doing okay. I just had to get that rant out there last night. It needed to be said because I like it the way I do things here with Von Doom and when I have guests. I try to let my guests have their discussions. When one of my other guests try to overtalk somebody, we usually call them out and say, hey, let them finish. So it's a respect thing. And even if I don't
100%.
agree with you, I let you finish your take. Yeah, it's been getting ugly. It's been 3 fights already. There hasn't been another one yet. Has there, Von Doom?
Not that I've seen yet.
Okay. He's watching his friend's Twitter feed, so we're getting live reports from the Giants fans.
One day I'll be able to recruit better than Ohio State. God damn it.
Two years ago today, Lions Rumble made his first appearance on Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions. Thus, we stuck a friendship up because the night before we were on Micro Mike's show on Lions Nation Unite. That was before it became Chat Talk Sports or whatever he calls it now. And before he got linked up with ESPN Radio. Haven't heard anything about the reports. When they just happened that day, we're not going to hear anything till the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And they said 9 fights on the radio. Oh, I just know Von Doom's been watching it on Twitter, and it's been 3.
9 is a ton to try and say there's been that many. That's awesome, though. I'm a fan of the fights. You know that.
Brent says, I've watched you many times, and you are very respectful. As a matter of fact, I have let people overtalk me and get their piece in before I could finish my statement before.
I do it once in a while on purpose.
Any news about the Buccaneers team? Yeah, they plan on sucking. Manu Tugard, next man up. No, it's not Manu Tugard. We got Awasika, Ike Becker, and that Jake Burton that we signed that is listed ahead of him at guard. He's a tackle. JMO just torched the Giants defense, they said.
I don't believe it. JMO's a bum.
Yeah, it literally just happened today. They're still going as undone. Aren't they still
Yeah.
going? Yeah, I was to
Yeah,
say.
practice is still going. They'll probably be going until like almost 4 o'clock today.
And the Giants GM was out there on the field breaking them up too. Yeah, that's true. But it wasn't until Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence did it for the Giant side, and it was Penei Sewell on the Lions side that broke it up for everybody. And I know how Penei Sewell is. He got fired up. He went down on the. Right now, Zietler hurt his shoulder, and it's being determined what's going on. And Terrion Arnold is in concussion protocol.
Seeing the true side of VD today. What do you mean?
I heard,
Ooh.
yeah, Arnold is in concussion protocol. That's why he left the field with 2 managers.
Yeah, dude. If you go watch the plays on X, what happened? Andrew Thomas hit the hell out of him and drove him to the ground. Like, I'm sorry. I like Arnold a lot. A guy that's that small don't need to be going up against a 350-pound, 6'7" guy.
And St. Brown started a fight when somebody got disrespectful and swatted the ball out of his hand. Ooh, one
See,
play.
that one I'm more okay with.
Right, and that's perfectly respectable way to react. If somebody knocks the ball out of your hand, you're gonna react to it.
Yeah, as long as it's not a lineman, you stay away from them.
And as strong as St. Brown is, he probably can take on some of those bigger guys.
Yeah,
You
but
know
what
what?
happens when they just fall on his ankle? He could hit him and he could just fall on his ankle and he's done for his career because,
And
hey
JMO
man,
torched
that
the
hurts when it hits your
entire
ankles.
defense, so it doesn't matter.
I don't care about JMO. Now you're stepping on JMO's toes. Respect him, I secretly hate them. Secret. I respect them but secretly hate them. No, actually, if I had to pick a second team, it would be the Lions because I love the color.
Yeah, and I said he would be. He, man, it's undone. These depth charts are way too damn early because you don't know who's cut yet. Stop with the hate now or leave because I'm done. I'm done with this negativity on everything Lions that you ever bring in here. Either stop it or get the fuck out.
I agree. Malik Neighbors is a dog.
He is a dog. That's fine. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm done with listening to it. If you're a fan of this team, be a fan of this team, not a fucking hater, because I'm done. No, don't kick him out. I have asked you nicely a couple of times to just stop. It's how you worded it. You have hatred for Broderick Martin. You have hatred for JMO. You didn't bring up how JMO torched the entire fucking off Giants defense. You didn't bring up how St. Brown was doing what he does every game. You got negative. I'm not going to boot you. But you bring hate on other guys on our team, and I'm sick of it. And I said he will be a fine player. I'm fine with that. But your hatred of JMO and Broderick Martin and Manu, everything, you bring in hatred in your speech in how you talk about them. So if you don't have something nice to say, if you don't have anything nice to add, get the fuck out. I'm done with disrespectful shit. It's disrespectful to me when I've asked you not to do it. The depth chart doesn't matter right now until after the whole preseason's done anyway. I've said this 100 times. These way too early depth charts never work out the way they show. Oh, Giants are winning the day.
Let's go.
Oh, that's what he came in and said. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I can't be mad about somebody praising my team a little bit. We don't get much of that.
I That's not my point. If you're a
I know
Lions
what your
fan, you
point is.
can't came in and say when the day's not even done, the Lions lost the day. The day isn't even done yet. And yes, there has been 8 skirmishes. There's been 3 actual fights. That's all we know about. That's all that's been shown. That's all that's guaranteed known. The skirmishes are people pushing up on each other and talking shit. That happens all the time.
Yeah, and the only way I'm going to say anybody loses a day of joint activity is if there's a legit injury. Then yeah, you lost a day because you lost a player.
And there might be one. We might have lost Terrion Arnold for a week due to a concussion.
Let's pray if it's a concussion, it's only a week, man. I had 2 of them and they sucked. I wasn't right for freaking months.
We're also not conditioned athletes.
You can be conditioned as you want, man. Your brain can't be conditioned. It's you just hope and you pray.
And if that costs me a subscriber, I don't give two shits anymore. That's true. I get it. But it's because they had a closed campus today. So nothing's going to come out till after the camp is over. So get over it. I know this because this is what happened the last time. And the time before that, we did joint practices. And the time before that. Every time we have joint practices, this is what they do. One side reports everything as it happens, and it's usually the visiting side. Because guess what? When the Lions were a visitor with the Colts with joint practices, we had our news coming out bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, at least at home you got reporters.
So Moonscar says, VD, what are you looking out for out of the Giants this season? What kind of record things you want to improve on from last season?
Oh, I want Malik Neighbors to get 1,500 yards, break rookie records. I want the Giants to win no more than 4 games, and I want my defensive line to be the best defensive line in football. That's all I care about. I don't want to win games. I just want players to be good, so I can get a quarterback next year.
You got a quarterback. You love Daniel Jones. You defend him all the time.
I do love Daniel Jones, but he's made of glass, man. That dude's had 2 neck injuries and the ACL. He needs to retire, just take his guaranteed money, and go enjoy the rest of his life before he can't.
Matt
That was
Patricia
like David
was
Wilson.
once the Lions coach. The Lions lost the day. They lost 3 years and counting.
Okay, I guess that's a good way to say the Lions lost today. You know what, though? We had Ray Hadley as our coach. You don't know about that? Look it up. We lost way more.
Shadur Sanders in New York.
I wouldn't hate it.
Peterson. Nobody cares about your team, Von Doom. Fuck the Giants.
It's okay, Fred.
Oh.
We'll cry into our Lombardis.
Isn't Vito better? Tommy DeVito?
No, Tommy DeVito is trash. He just had a good run where he averaged 200 yards a game and the defense played lights out. That bastard cost me a quarterback. He didn't win those freaking 2 games. We have a quarterback now.
Oh, the views and opinions of Jeremy Bulrick Jr. do not reflect this of this channel or myself. Dad, bring back Kerryon Johnson, not with your money.
JBJ's the man. He has some great picks. Outside of the Justin Tucker one last night, because I was just asinine.
His agent is a goat, though. Yep, that's true. We'll hear a full report from Risden and Tim 20 Man about 4:30. That's what'll happen today. That's what happens every time. We have somebody come to our house for joint practice. They don't sell out anything. We will cry into our Lombardis 7 years ago. The Giants won a Super Bowl.
Giants won 4 of them. Just saying.
When did Thibodeau play us last year?
Did he play you? No, he didn't play you. We didn't play you last year.
I know.
What did you do the year before? Your rookie year, I believe.
Because last year we didn't play Giants. Right. RXJ is absolutely right. When we have another fantastic regular season and get deep into the playoffs, I don't think fans will care about a joint practice from months ago. You're absolutely right.
No, honestly, nobody's going to give a shit about joint practices unless somebody gets seriously injured.
Exactly. And that's all we don't want. I don't care which team it is. I don't want anybody getting injured.
Correct. Well, yeah. Never mind.
Shush.
I made the Miles Garrett comment.
You wish that evil. I hope it comes back on you, Ricky Bobby.
Hey, if that evil comes back on my team, I get what I want. I get my quarterback this year.
No, it'll be everybody but the quarterback gets hurt. As a
Hey, no, because what I wished is that, like, I don't know, Thibodeau or Brian Burns, when Miles Garrett, pull Miles Garrett, Mason Rudolph on Jared Goff. That's all. I just want to see him get bonked in the
is
head.
on the way back. Thank God. I was afraid he wouldn't be able to fix it. We are going to wait to get the furnace and get the air conditioner this spring. It's still close to 10 grand. Yep.
What the man? Go buy a window unit at Walmart for $100. Season's almost over. You probably get it on discount now.
Corey Patterson says, "Get him, JB." Resden said he's not going today or tomorrow. Okay. Well, then it'll be Tim 20, man. VD, who do you want in the draft for a quarterback? Quinn Ewers?
Sanders or Ewers? More so Ewers. I think he'd fit the style of offense better.
If he has slot down too? Yes, because we play safeties in the slot at times as undone. Holy crap. Imagine that. Having different formations in your defense. It's called a Viper in the box safety if you haven't heard of it before. We do run those. Breaking news, Caleb Williams will be a Steeler in 4 years, or if he's lucky, a Giant. VD, you talk so much crap that it's hard to take you seriously, LOL. Yes, it is that time of the day.
I don't want Caleb in 4 years. I would have took Caleb this year. I thought he would have been okay there. 4 years after Chicago ruins him, no.
FTP put it in the chat like Davey did because we fuck the Packers every day. Ain't that right, Von Doom? How do you say it?
Fuck the Packers.
Yeah. Why we live multifaceted players who can love multifaceted players who can play multiple positions. Versatility.
Oh, man, every once in a while you find a player that can just do way more than a single player should. And they're a great player. Brian Burns. Isaiah Simmons. Guys like that. It just jumps out.
Is Ayuk to the Steelers real? Let's see.
Who announced it?
I'm looking right now. Why the 49ers could trade Ayuk as contract talks dissolve. It's not real.
They should trade Ayuk. Get value from him now before it's gone. I understand why they don't want to because they need a receiver because Debo is not what he was.
There's 8 different teams that are rumored to be talking to 49ers for Ayuk. The Patriots, the Panthers, the Steelers are 4 of them.
I heard the Lions were one of them supposedly, but I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. Fuck the Giants, according to Fred Peterson.
Keep it up, Fred.
We're all with a cactus wrapped in barbed wire. Moonscar Blade, Bach, the Ayuk rumors. Yes, because I'm sick of hearing about him too. And
You
of
mean you
course,
don't want Ayuk in Detroit?
no, really don't. Brandon service at the corner of Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road in sunny Flint, Michigan. Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Used tires starting at $40 and up, depending on size and quality. And also, new tires. Call to get your quote from George Red or myself, 810-233-8230. Mention this ad when you're buying your tires and you will get $10 off that set. And we don't want them. If you want them, that's fine. I don't want them. I don't want a Diva. If I wanted a Diva, we'd have got one months ago. There's a reason why he hasn't been. There's a reason why they haven't gone out and traded for any one of these cocksuckers everybody's been rumoring to the Lions. You know why? Because we have to sign players over the next 2 years.
Who?
Well, we still got Aleem. We got Iffy and Barnes if they show out. You got anybody who's on a 1-year contract. If they have a good year, you have to re-up them. You got the rookie draft class, which is anywhere from what, 13 to 18 million that you spend in draft capital for those contracts.
Well, usually, well, you guys got rid of some picks, so it might not even be that much.
It was still 13 million we spent this year. And we still have more picks next year. We still have 7 picks next year because we had extra picks from the deals we've made. Moonscar Blade. All right, guys. Great show. Only a half hour more to go in this puke of a town. Right. I hope so too. And is undone. It would be an amazing story if he shows out in year 8.
Who?
3 Spontaine.
Oh.
He's in his 8th season. Traquan Smith is in his 6th. So we've got quite a few guys that have been in. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a great day. And a word from our network.
Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.